time now for Instant Classics. As we said, this is Socialism Sucks Week. Could you just tell from the 3 stories we've done today that socialism sucks? Do we really have to keep repeating this mantra? When are we we don't need to study the old history, the 30-year-old. The Soviet Union has been gone for almost 30 years now. We don't have to go back and study the history of the Soviet Union. All you got to do is look at how socialism implemented in the public schools is a failure. Implemented at the university level, it's a failure. It does the opposite of educate kids. It undermines education. It destroys learning. It rips culture apart. Now, me being me, and other than ranting and raving about this, I do have one thing at my disposal. It's Instant Classics, where we can teach you real education. We can take things from the real world of education and intellectual debate, and we can foreground them. And so that's why I'm bringing you this week Socialism Sucks on the Dr. Duke Show. So it's Socialism Sucks Week. And our quote today is from Yuri Bezmenov. Now, if you don't know who Yuri Bezmenov is, Bezmenov, you should look him up on YouTube. He is one of the highest ranking defectors from the Soviet Union in the 1980s. And when he defected to the West, he was a former KGB operative who told the entire world just how the Soviets were undermining American exceptionalism. They were using the kind of racial divisive tactics. They were using the social war between the rich and the poor. They were attacking capitalism. Here's just one little quote from Bezmenov. And again, I urge you, please, Yuri Bezmenov, Bezmenov. Check him out on YouTube. It is a frightening account of how the Soviets were going to get control of the United States using, among other things, the schools. When you think about what he said was happening 40 years ago and what's happening now, it is shocking. Here is the quote from Yuri Bezmenov for today on Socialism Sucks Week. Quote, "The useful idiots, the leftists who are idealistically believing in the beauty of the Soviet socialist or communist or whatever system, when they get disillusioned, they become the worst of enemies." When these useful left-wing ideologues, when they get their way and could turn the country socialist, they will begin to regret the errors of the way. When they get disillusioned, they become their own worst enemies. That's why my KGB instructors specifically made the point, never bother with leftists. Forget about these political prostitutes. Aim higher. They serve a purpose only at the stage of destabilizing a nation. In other words, all this left-wing radicalism, all the burning in the streets, all the Black Lives Matter nonsense, all of the radical transgenderism, all of the anti-school educators, they serve one purpose, the Soviets said. That is to pull apart the mooring on which this country is founded. Once the mooring is pulled apart, they're useless. For example, Bezmenov continues, for example, your leftists in the United States, all these professors, and all these beautiful civil rights defenders, they are instrumental in the process of the subversion only to destabilize a nation. When that job is completed, they are not needed anymore. They know too much. Some of them, when they get disillusioned, when they see that Marxist-Leninists come to power, obviously they will be offended. They think that they will come to power, not the Marxists. No, that will never happen, of course. Those leftists who promulgated this rebellion, they will be lined up against the wall and shot.